Y'all, I am so very ready to talk about my favorite horror franchise and the latest installment in the Scream franchise, guys. I've loved this franchise since I was a young kid. Yes, that's when I first watched it. Probably not the best for kids, but hey, you know what? That's when I started, and that was what started me off in horror. I love this franchise beginning to end, even 3. I know people give 3 a lot, but hey, I thought the Roman Bridger reveal was actually pretty damn good. Aside from the series, listen, guys. 1, 2, those are some of my favorite horror movies of all time. Really enjoy them so much. I felt that way before seeing this one, so the question is this sequel the best Scream sequel ever? Well, we'll talk about that, guys, here in the review, but hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome in. The name is Leo Rydell, and this is Geekly Goods, where we talk the latest in the MCU, DCU, and beyond, guys, and today, we're going beyond to talk about Scream 6, and wow, guys, I have a lot of great things to say. I just want to start off by saying this is probably the most brutal Ghostface we've gotten. The kills are brutal. The kills are over the top throughout the whole movie, because you know, usually you get 1 or 2 kills throughout the franchise that are pretty brutal, like the one in the first one with Drew Barrymore and the garage door, and like those kills were brutal, but I think they got a little tame here and there. They weren't as brutal as some of their horror franchise counterparts, but this Ghostface is very brutal. You've already seen it in the trailer with the shotgun. That's just the beginning, guys. There are brutal kills. There's a lot of blood, a lot of gore, chase scenes, a lot of chasing. Guys, this is definitely, like I said, a brutal, intense Ghostface, where a couple of scenes I found myself sweating because I was nervous for our characters, you guys. I thought, wow, this Ghostface is really different, and I really did like the reveal. We'll get to that a little bit later, though. Let's talk about Sam and Tara, because man, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega really kill it here, especially Jenna. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Jenna Ortega is one of the big 3 in horror right now. Her, Mia Goth, and Megan are like the big 3, and I am loving every single piece of content I get from them now, obviously excluding Megan, but Jenna and Mia have been killing it, and Jenna shows up here, guys. She delivers. She really gives that Scream franchise best here. Like, we didn't get to see her much in Scream 5, but here in Scream 6, we get a lot more screen time with her and Sam, and they really balance each other out because there is this theme of family going on throughout the film. Sam is struggling to let Tara really be Tara. She's struggling to let go. She's very protective from the events of the last movie. So here we are in New York with the 2 of them and Chad and Mindy. They moved with them as well in order to go to New York, and now Tara's going to college. Chad and Mindy are also going to the same college, and Sam is working a couple of jobs to help pay the bills. They've got a new roommate named Quinn. Mindy's got a new girlfriend, and also Chad's got a roommate. So you've got 3 new characters who are definitely suspicious from the jump just because they're new to the group. So really like bringing in these new characters, and like I said, Sam, Tara, great. I liked Sam in the first one. A lot of people gave Melissa Barrera a lot of crap for her performance in that one. I liked it. I understand that some thought maybe it was a little wooden, a little statuesque. I think the character of Sam was meant to be a little bit like that. I don't know. It just packaged into the character for me. So I like Melissa Barrera, and I liked what she brought here, but like I was saying, Jenna just eats up, and sometimes she easily outacts Melissa Barrera. I'll be honest with you guys. But we got to talk about some of the legacy characters that return here. We did not have Sydney, unfortunately. It was sad to not get Nev Campbell back for Sydney Prescott, but I will say they really write a good part for that. There's a good departure and a good reason why. So it really helped. It really made me convinced that, you know what, I'm okay without her being in the movie, which is weird. Listen, at Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4, but watching only those movies, I wouldn't say that. But watching this new one and the reason why really helped out, and they just wrote a very good reason for that. But we've got Gale Weathers back, Courtney Cox, good to see ya. And we've also got Hayden Panettiere back as Kirby, y'all, which it's been a while since we've seen Kirby, right? It is great to get her back, guys. She is awesome. She brings so much cool to this role because she's an FBI agent in the movie, and there's this really cool line. I'm borderline in spoilers here, but no spoilers here. She said that she wanted to stop running away from the monsters, and she wanted to be the one to scare them. And I love that. I love bringing back the trauma from the fourth one and having her character mold into this FBI agent. Just so good. And Hayden, glad to see you back on the big screen, girl. This was a great performance by her and a great performance by the rest of the cast. Honestly, I don't have any complaints from the acting. The girl who played Quinn, the girl who played Annika, who is Mindy's girlfriend, really like them, really like the newcomers. Josh Segura coming in as the love interest for Melissa Barrera, really liked him as well. But like I said, any of those new characters are automatically suspicious. In terms of technicals though, man, the cinematography was super good. Radio Silence, they know what to do with this franchise, and they have their own stamp on it, but they also still give us that Wes Craven, those references and things like that. And speaking of references, we gotta talk about the meta humor here. There's a lot of fun references, meta humor, horror movies that are referenced that I would have never thought would be referenced in the Scream franchise, guys. They really dial up the meta humor a lot, which is something I think may not work for some. So definitely stick around. You gotta let me know what you think in the comments. There's a lot of meta this time, so maybe beat some people over the head, but that's how I feel like the last Scream was. Like, that's how I feel like this franchise is going. I feel like it's just headed in that direction where there's a lot of different references and fun, cool Easter eggs. And speaking of Easter eggs, guys, there are so many Easter eggs from the Scream franchise. Honestly, this movie very much echoes the second, and that's all I'm gonna say. But it really echoes that second one. So honestly, there's a lot of great things about Scream 6. I really like what they do with Gale Weathers. That's all I'm gonna say. And man, we gotta talk real quick about what we're clicking on the video for, right? The reveal. What about the reveal? Is it predictable? Is it not? Guys, I'll say this. I did figure it out. I figured it out pretty early on. However, there's a twist that comes with the reveal. And to me, that's how every reveal has been. I feel like if you pay attention and watch the movie, you know. You pretty much, and in the first one, like the twist and what they did with that, in the first one when it was Billy and Stu, they threw us off because Sydney figured it out in the beginning of the movie. But then later on, when it's revealed to be them, you're like, oh my God, I was thrown off. I didn't think it was Billy. So they do, I'm not gonna say they do a reveal like that, but they kind of give us this twist very similar to that. You know, yeah, Mrs. Loomis in the second one. They give us some really good twists here in this, and you see some awesome Easter eggs from around the franchise, guys. I really enjoyed this movie, but like I said, I know some of the meta humor is gonna be a little much for some. I definitely would say look out for that. I liked it a lot, but I understand it may get a little too over the top for most people, but that just is a Scream franchise to me. I come into these movies and I'm like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of meta humor. I'm gonna get some good kills, brutal kills this time, very brutal. They dialed it up this time, but also a fun mystery shrouding the entire movie. And I really like the mystery here, and I really like the theme of family and the focus on family and building a family and fostering your family, and also Sam letting go. There was this beat here that Sam was holding on to the past, and not just what happened in Scream 5, but things from before that, while Tara wanted to continue living her life and didn't want to be held back. So there is this theme of letting go that I really like that was explored. The score was good. Listen, I really like that cinematography though. I really like these moving camera shots that Radio Silence is pulling off. I'm really enjoying all of those things. And guys, I just had a blast with this one. So much so that Scream 6 is now my favorite movie of the year so far, guys. I loved it. So let's come back around to that question. Is this the best sequel in the Scream franchise? Guys, it is very, very hard for me to put anything above 2. Just because I have 1 and 2 damn near neck and neck, I can't quite say it's a better franchise sequel than 2. However, I can say it is the best franchise sequel since 2. So it's definitely a great sequel. It is my 3rd favorite Scream movie. Echoes a lot of themes and fun Easter eggs from 2. Very much like how this feels like Scream 1 and Scream 2 again. Like, we're back, guys. We're back. But guys, I really enjoyed it. If I had to give a rating to Scream 6, guys, I would be going with a 9 out of 10. I've given 2 9s out of 10s this year, and I am loving it, y'all. Listen, the other 9 out of 10 I gave was for Creed 3, and these are definitely my number 1, number 2. Actually, more like 1A, 1B. Love Creed 3 as well. And guys, if you like Creed 3, check out my thoughts up here. I'm leaving banners now. we're learning more on YouTube. But guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button and let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Drop that Scream ranking for me. Where are we sitting, guys? Because I'm 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3. That is exactly how I go, and I think it's going to be like that until the next one. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.